In this lesson, we will be working with tables and database records. Specifically, we'll be looking at how to navigate and edit records. Sometimes databases can be very large, and of course they contain useful information, so it's really important to know how to navigate among your different tables and records and fields. And you can do that in several different ways using the keyboard or using the mouse. And I'm going to show you a couple different ways that you can do that using the student data file that goes along with this lesson, which is the data file that is called Fourth Coffee. And if you look here at my title bar, you can see that I just saved it with my initials. And of course, once I open it, I will have to enable content so that I can work with the file. So since I have it open, you can see that I have a couple different tables here that are already created for me, and I'm just going to double click to open up the coffee inventory table so that I can show you a few different ways that you can navigate through the different records and fields. Right now you can see that the product ID for my first record is active, and just by using the arrow keys on my keyboard I can move down, over to the right, back to the left, and up. I can also use the tab key on my keyboard to tab through the different fields in each record. There are some shortcuts which are listed for you in your reading materials for the week if you like using keyboard shortcuts that can move by using shortcuts for you to the last field in records, the first field in records, and so on, so you can look for those in your reading. You also have navigation buttons on your window that can help you. So I'm going to move this up just a little bit so you can see. If you look down at the bottom of your access window to the left side of the work area, you have your navigation buttons here. So your first button will take you to the first record, and then you'll be able to move to the next record or to the previous record. You also have a navigation button here that will take you to the last record, or that will automatically create a new blank record for you. So those are all your different options for navigating through your access window. As well as knowing how to navigate through your access window, you also need to know how to enter, insert, edit, and delete records. So we're going to look at that next. So first of all, to enter a new record, we would just need to move our cursor to the first field right below the last record that we have, or we can click the new record navigation button, and from there we can enter in our information to create a new record. Once I have entered in the first field, I can navigate to the next field by either clicking it with my mouse, or using the tab button on my keyboard, or using the arrow keys on my keyboard to navigate through each of those fields and fill in the information that is needed. And you can see that when I click tab after entering the last of my information, I get taken to another place where I can enter a new record if needed. I do want to mention that once you are navigating around and entering and editing records, you can use the search bar down here, the bottom of your work area, to search for specific records if you would like. So if I type in, maybe I'm looking for Colombian, you can see how the search works for us there. In addition to entering new records, there may be times when we need to delete records, and there are a couple ways we can do that as well. One of those ways would simply be to right-click the record selector by the record that we want to delete and choose Delete Record from there. If we choose to delete the record, we will have to confirm that we do want, and we can do that just by saying yes. We can also delete records using the Table Tools tab. From here in the Records group, we can select Delete and choose Delete Record. And again, we'll have to confirm the deletion. We cannot undo the deletion of a record, so you do want to be careful and make sure that you are deleting the correct records before you confirm.